Hello everyone, welcome to this reading. This is a reading regarding who are you in your Purest form. Before we get into this, I would like to say this is a general reading, so not everything will resonate for you. If nothing resonates at all, I'll pick a different pile, and if you have trouble picking piles, I recommend the random number generator. It's something I always use and always helps me. With that being said, this is group 1, group 2, and group 3. I'm going to give you time to pick your groups in peace. With that being said, this topic was definitely inspired by Danae Dreams. This is her YouTube channel right here. This is the video right here. And yeah, now if this reading resonated for you, if it was entertaining, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely comment because I love reading out feedback, talking to y'all in general, and seeing how it resonated for y'all. And yeah, with that being said, I'll see you in your reading. Bye. Hello group 1, welcome to your reading. This is a reading regarding who are you in your Purest form. Before we get into this, I would say this is a general reading, so not everything will resonate for you. If nothing resonates at all, I'll pick a different pile, and if you have trouble picking piles, I recommend the random number generator. It's something I always use and always helps me. That being said, let's get into your reading. Okay, one more thing. This topic was inspired by Danae Dreams. She is also a tarot reader. I'm going to show her YouTube. This is her YouTube right here. Her lovely YouTube. She's so pretty too. But yeah, this is the oh, I don't know where it is, but see, who are you in your Purest form? So this topic came from her. I just wanted to give her credit. But okay, so we have the 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Torches, which is the 6 of Wands in traditional tarot, Prince of Pentacles, and 9 of Swords. As for your oracle cards, we have Shapeshifter, Artist, Aries, and the 11th house, which is the Edge. And as you can see, those are your bottom deck energies. Who are you in your Purest form? Now, the way the cards were coming out when I was shuffling them, they were coming out very airy and very flowy like. So I feel like some of you guys in your Purest form, you're someone that is really chill and laid back. And it's crazy because we have the Aries, and that's not a laid back energy. That's a very fiery energy. But nonetheless, you guys could probably put it where it belongs. We do have Shapeshifter here, so there's different ways on how you express yourself and how you go about certain situations depending on your energy. But who are you in your Purest form? I feel like you're someone that truly understands their emotions and you know how to apply it to certain situations. So for example, you're in a setting where you need, it's more than likely required to be happy. If you're not feeling happy yourself and you know this, it's like you're not just feeling a random mood. You know you're not feeling happy, you remove yourself from that setting because you know your emotion is not up to par with what is required, if that makes sense. You're someone that is very in tune with their emotions and your Purest form. So even if you might not feel that way now, but when you're not bombarded by problems, when you heal, you in your Purest form, you're someone that is well balanced and understands the emotions to the T. With this 5 of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands, I feel like you're someone that can take a bad situation and turn it into something better. I also feel like you guys challenge yourself is what I'm getting with this 5 of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands. You guys will give yourself literally the crappiest tools, but yet still make the best product out of everybody. Even if they have better tools than you, you will still find a way to make the best product. One, because you believe in yourself enough to surpass the limitations you have by having those bad products. And 2, you guys are someone that is very skilled in what you do. And even if it's not the best product, you made it with the best intent. I feel like you, in your Purest form, I feel like another thing, I just keep hearing like you understand your emotions and you're able to turn situations into something different because you're looking at it from a different perspective. So you're not limited to what that situation is radiating. So for example, you lose a friend, instead of seeing it as I lost a friend and only I'm seeing it as, or only you're seeing it as you lost a friend, you're seeing it as this person must have not, their mission wasn't to stay in my life. Or their path wasn't to stay in my life. It was to teach me what I had to be taught and then move on. So I feel like another thing that you guys do when you're in your Purest form is surrender to the divine. I feel like a lot of you guys are also very, very successful and very, very passionate people. You go after what you want, even if you feel like the materials are scarce and you can't really whip up anything, you'll still go after what you want, and you'll still find a way to cross that finish line no matter what is going on in your life. I feel like your tolerance level and your resilience will be up to par, and I feel like this is based on you understanding your emotions. So your emotions are never just haywire, it's everywhere. and you can't balance yourself, you can't catch your footing. It's never going to be that, because you guys understand your emotions, you understand why you're having them, you understand what it could possibly lead to, what it means now, what it means for the future, what it means for the past. You understand these things, you assess yourself, and the way you express yourself definitely is being taken notice by other people. A lot of you guys could definitely be artists or have some creative ability, and obviously with this artist card being here, it has to do with the way you express yourself. Maybe you guys paint to express your emotions, maybe you guys write to express your emotions, maybe you guys write to just express what's in your mind. It doesn't even have to be your emotions, it's just a very expressive type of energy. With this Knight of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords, I feel like, okay, starting off with this Knight of Pentacles, you're not going to allow time to mess up your mood. So for example, you want to get to point A, you want to get from point A to point B in less than 10 minutes. That's the goal assigned to you. But it's like, it's almost impossible. So instead of being like, oh my God, I can't get there in less than 10 minutes. What are you guys expecting out of me? And then getting mad over it. You're like, look, I'm willing to take the longer way if that means that I get to experience what's going on around me, if that means I get more time to think by myself, if that means I get more time to just observe my surroundings. You're willing to take the long way. You're not feeling rushed by time. You're not feeling rushed by anyone. Like, those constraints no longer apply to you. And I feel like you and your Purest form, you have literally evolved so much that the common limitations for the average person are no longer limitations for you. Another example of the common human cannot fly, that doesn't apply to you because you evolved so much as a person. Oh my God, the tripod literally just, oh my God, now I gotta fix this. Okay. Yeah, you guys evolved so much as a person that certain things that would bother the average person or used to bother you no longer bothers you anymore. And that's what I was saying about the emotions. So maybe you feel like your emotions are everywhere all day, 24/7. You never get to be balanced. You never get to feel stable. Well, you and your Purest form, that's not the case anymore. With this Nine of Swords, it's crazy because what I got off of that card, and now I'm feeling out of breath, okay? But with this Nine of Swords, what I got off of that card is that you know when to take a break. You know when to defend yourself. Ooh, okay. So you and your Purest form is you being healed. Obviously, me personally, I don't feel like anyone can be 100% healed in this earthly realm, nor do I think that anybody can learn everything that no one, oh my God, why can't I talk? But nobody can know everything. So it's like, obviously there's still going to be times where it's like, I don't know, like life is not going good and I'm starting to actually feel emotionally unbalanced, but you know when to take a break. You know some coping mechanisms, healthy coping mechanisms to deal with these things. So the swords that would stab you from before, like before all of these 9 swords would stab you, now only one does. But it doesn't even hurt that bad because you know how to heal yourself. You know how to patch yourself up. You learned this already. You and your Purest form, you learn your karmic lessons. You and your Purest form, you've moved past your karmic lessons. You move past these things. I feel like another thing with this Nine of Swords, you're going to be very intuitive. You're going to be able to catch thought forms. You're going to be able to catch thought processes out of nowhere. Very suggestible. But I do feel like that might be, like you guys might be so receptive to a fault. But like I said, I feel like you guys will be able to balance this. So it's like you're very intuitive, but that also means not only are you hearing your intuition, but you're also hearing different spirits telling you different things. And sometimes that could be hard to balance, and sometimes that could be hard to differentiate what is good and what is bad, or who means me bad and who means me good. But at the same time, your intuition is still there. Those voices and your intuition is still there. And because you're emotionally balanced, you actually get to more than likely make the right decision. So you and your Purest form, you're someone that is very emotionally stable and very, very emotionally balanced. With this Six of Swords, you're someone that has probably learned self-love. So you're not going to, yeah, and then the Death card right here. You're not going to chase things anymore. And that's what I was saying. You guys are moving past some of these limitations. You guys are moving past your karmic lessons. Like, if someone wants to leave your life, you're going to let them. You're not going to cling on to them, because what is that going to do for you? If they want to leave, they want to leave. If they want to leave, clearly they don't think that I'm someone that's good enough to be in their life. But guess what? Even though that they think that I'm not good enough, that doesn't mean I'm not good enough. That's just your perception, and that's just your perspective. And who am I to judge that? You're someone who's also going to be very selfless and humble, and you're going to radiate a lot of humility. But with the Six of Swords, you're just going to be, I'm hearing also like surpassing levels, level after level after level. It's not going to take you 5 days to get to level 10. It's going to take you 1 or 2 days. But you guys are moving past a lot of things. I'm hearing like constantly moving. So maybe you could be switching ideas, ideals, or maybe it's just you learning new things. And then on top of this is you releasing attachments to things that don't even really matter for real. But I'm going to get a few more cards and we're going to get into your Oracle cards. So Spirit, who is root 1 in your Purest form? Spirit, who is root 1? Alright, that's too much. Well, what is this? The King of Cups? Yeah. Someone that is very emotionally in tune. You're going to have control over your emotions. But you're not, it's like, you're going to have control over your emotions, but you're not going to be in control. I don't know if I worded that right, but it's like you're not going to suffocate yourself. You're not going to suffocate your emotions. You're going to allow yourself to have those things. So yes, you might break down in a car, but that does not mean you're emotionally unstable. That just means you're expressing yourself. That does not mean you're emotionally unstable. It means you're understanding your emotions and you understand that you want to cry right now or you have to cry right now. You're going to understand why you're crying, which is why you're going to allow yourself to do that. Oh. What is this? The Three of Cups. So maybe you and your Purest form, you're someone that, okay, if you have a social anxiety or it's like you have trouble making friends or like finding the right soul group, I feel like you and your Purest form, you're going to know who's for you and who is not. And you're going to have a lot of friends, a lot of friends. But these are going to be genuine connections, genuine, long-lasting connections, which is why with the Six of Swords, when other people leave your life, you're not even mad because you knew that those people are not truly meant for you. Who is meant for you will stay, or even if they go, they will eventually find themselves back with you. So you're not stressing anything. Very chill, very laid back, and very humble, and very much emotionally stable. So with this Three of Cups, I feel like you will be having fun as well. You will probably overcome your social anxiety. You're not going to feel, even if it's not social anxiety, it could literally just be your resentment towards people, because I don't want to just subject it down to social anxiety because not everybody has that. It could literally just be you not wanting to be around people because people have shown you so much that's wrong with humans, and you're like, you know what, I don't really want to be around people. And you're like, now you're projecting that onto everybody you meet. Not everybody you meet is a bad person. If you're a good person, that means there are other people that are good people too, because you're not the only good person in the world. So I feel like you guys are going to start to understand that, and you're going to be more open and receptive to the idea of actually having friendships. Maybe you guys have a really bad view of friendships because maybe you had a lot of fake friends. You never even really had friends. You have social anxiety, whatever the case may be. But you in your truest form, you're going to realize that actually having people in your life is important. Yes, I get that you're supposed to be comfortable in your own energy, but like I always say, I'm a strong believer in everybody needs someone. That's why there's yin and yang energy. That's why there's divine feminine. That's why there's divine masculine. That's why there's polarity. I think that's what it's called, because one cannot exist without the other. So I feel like that applies to people as well. It's always good to have someone. I'm not saying you have to have a whole football team of friends. I'm just saying that at least one person. And I feel like you guys are going to be accepting that. You're going to be like, okay, yeah, I can live with that. The Spirit. Who is group 1 in their Purest form? What is this? The Queen of, wow, the King of Cups came out or showed, and I said that, yeah, you guys are going to be very emotionally stable. But now the Queen of Cups is here. You guys are going to be very nurturing. You're not going to be afraid to embrace your femininity, regardless of gender. You guys are going to be more nurturing, very, like, more kind. I feel like you guys are going to have strong boundaries within yourself and other people as well, but you're also going to still be very nurturing, which is probably why you're going to be attracting these people, because you're not going to be afraid to express yourself. And even if you're expressing something that's relatively negative, you're going to express it in a way that's very calm and peaceful, that people don't even get offended by it. So there's definitely something with the way you express yourself, the way you come off. You in your Purest form with this Queen of Cups is someone that is very intuitive, someone that is very in touch with their emotions, someone that's very in touch with their femininity. Like yeah. I feel like you guys are going to learn your karmic lessons. And yeah, then we have the Hermit, and then the Two of Cups. You guys are going to learn your karmic lesson, and this is going to be the catalyst to you opening up to now to blessings. So everything that you felt like you were cut off from, once you learn your karmic lesson, I feel like that cutoff and that disconnect will not be there anymore. Because I feel like spirit is like your soul group. I'm not going to allow you to meet them until you become your most authentic self. Because if, like, this is a timeline that I'm just getting right now. You guys could already be embracing your authentic self. If that's the case, then this part will not resonate for you. But for the people that have not, spirit is like, if these people meet you now, they're not gonna see you as, yeah, that person's part of my soul tribe, because you're not embodying your most authentic self. But when you do that, those people, those same people will come to you or see you and be like, yeah, I resonate with them, you know? So with this shapeshifter and artist, I basically already elaborated on that, but I feel like you're someone that's gonna express yourself in several different ways, and you know, people are just gonna really enjoy that. We have Aries, the radical, the house, the edge. So I do feel like, yeah, that calm energy, that sweet feminine energy, yeah, but I do feel like you guys won't be like spicy. So, but that's what I was saying with those boundaries. Those boundaries are usually associated with the sword suit. I mean, they could be associated with any suit, but the sword suit is standing in your truth, assertiveness or assertion, and that makes sense with that Aries. Even though Aries would be the wand suit because it's a fire sign. Look, just take the point. But I feel like, yeah, you guys, and then look, I don't think I've ever seen this card. I don't think I've ever seen this card. Well, obviously I have before, but it's like, I don't see it often. That's crazy. But look, it says friendship here and then humility. Oh no, that says humanity. Never mind. But friendship, that's what I was saying with this 3 of Cups. I feel like you guys are not going to be afraid to go out there and be like, hey, I like you. You want to be friends? Hey, I like your personality. You want to be friends? Or, just start conversation with people. You're not, if you guys have social anxiety, you're not going to have that anymore, because you understand that there's not, like, if you love yourself and you understand that you're being your most authentic self, there's nothing to be afraid of. Because if people reject you, then that just means that they don't resonate with you. You're not going to have those wounds of feeling like you're less than. So now when people do reject you, it's like, oh, you see, it's because I'm worthless. No, that's not the case. You're going to know that. So you're not going to be afraid of talking to people, because you're not protecting yourself from this possible rejection. So you're not going to mind going out and being like, hey, you look nice. Hey, I want to talk to you. You're not going to mind doing that. And with the sun being your bottom deck energy, it's like, yeah. And then didn't I say surrender? Look, 12th house under this. Right. But with this, your bottom deck energy being the sun card, I feel like you guys are going to be embracing your most authentic self. I feel like you guys are going to express yourself in a way that's just like, this is me. I'm hearing like, this is me, or something like, how does it go? This is me, this is real, this is exactly where I'm supposed to be now. Gonna let the light shine on me. Yeah, it's like that. Like, you want the light shine on you. You're not gonna be afraid to be in the spotlight, because you understand that you're just star material, and it's just that simple. Your bottom deck energy is child, magical, light attributes, seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible, shadow attributes, pessimism, depression, and disbelief in miracles, believing that energy and action are not required for growth. But with this light attributes, yeah, I feel like you guys are going to be able to see the positive out of everything. And it's like, even the negative is, like, the negative might bother you. Wow, look. I just broke the deck, and Father is here, and guess what was under that? Mother. So maybe you and your peers form, you're going to probably fix your relationship with those 2 people, or with this detective card here, you might be holding them accountable for whatever, or maybe talking with them more, maybe reconnecting with them more, or you guys are going to be the mother and father that you never had, or whatever. Whatever the case may be, just take that how that resonates, because I feel like for the people that this is going to resonate for, you're going to know what this message means. I don't have to explain that. But with this Ace of Pentacles, you're not going to be afraid to go out and get what is yours. You're not going to be afraid to. You're just not going to be held in the shackles that you feel like you're held in now. You're not going to be afraid of rejection, because rejection is actually protection. You're not going to be afraid of it. If someone rejects you, okay, and move on, keep pushing, that's the energy you're going to have. And I'm not saying you're not going to care forever and you're always going to have this mindset, because with this Nine of Swords, obviously you're human. You're going to feel hurt sometimes, but you're going to understand that this is for your better growth. So you're not going to stay in that hurt and allow it to throw you down a hole of sadness. But yeah, group 1, that was your reading. I hope it helped you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello group 2, welcome to your reading. This is a reading regarding who are you in your Purest form. Before we get into this, I would like to say this is a general reading, so not everything will resonate for you. If nothing resonates at all, I will pick a different pile. And if you have trouble picking piles, I recommend the random number generator. It's something I always use and always helps me. With that being said, let's get into your reading. One more thing before we get into this topic was actually inspired by Danae Dream. I'm gonna turn the brightness up. This is her channel. This is the reading right here that I got inspired by. And yeah, you guys should check her out. Just wanted to give her credit and her dues. But so we have the 8 of Pentacles coming out with the 5 of Torches, which is the 5 of Wands in traditional tarot. We have the High Priestess, the 10 of Swords, and the 10 of Torches. As for your Oracle cards, we have Midas, Miser, Gossip, Virgo, the Alchemist, and Conjunction, Empowerment, and obviously your bottom deck energy. The biggest energy that's coming off of this reading, you guys in your Purest form is having the strength to work. Now, I feel like you guys already do this, and if you don't, then just don't take that part. But I feel like a lot of you guys already do this, but up to the point where it burns you out, and it causes this 10 of Swords and 10 of Wands type of energy. It causes you to feel like everything is crumbling, and this is only because of what's going on internally. So some of you guys might have a problem with thinking everything is going wrong and everyone's turning against you, but this is because of the inner turmoil you have. And then when you get in a good mood, you realize that nothing was actually falling apart. That's just how you were looking at things. So if that is your problem, let me just put you on to that, because I have that same problem as well. That's why balancing your energy and understanding your emotions is so important. But if that's what you do, I feel like this is changing. With this High Priestess, you're going to be very intuitive, and you guys are fighting for what you want, fighting for what you like. But I'm hearing like in a healthy manner. With this 10 of Swords and the 10 of Wands, your resilience, your perseverance levels will definitely reach a very high point. And it's like a superhuman point, if anything. Like, you could have a 10 of Swords situation and graduate to the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Swords is a complete ending, a painful ending. And like, obviously that gives the advice, or not advice, but it gives the signal that a new beginning is coming. But nonetheless, that is a painful ending. The 10 of Wands is not a painful ending. The 10 of Wands is you literally on the cusp of completing a goal, but obviously it's a bit mundane and it's a kind of like a burden. That's not the 10 of Swords. So you're able to transform a 10 of Swords situation into a 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is not necessarily the best card, but you'll be able to do that because, first of all, I feel like a lot of you guys are workaholics or like working, or whenever you're in your Purest form, there's going to be something in your life that you actually want to fight for, that you actually want to grind for, you want to hustle for, you want to do these things. This could be learning a trade, it could be learning or evolving. Why did I hear music? But this could even just be you getting better at your own craft. You're not gonna let the social norms discourage you. So maybe you guys are wanting, for example, I'm gonna give both sides because to make it fair, but for, let's say, a woman, she wants to be a bodybuilder, not bodybuilder, a construction worker. In the society, construction working is usually for men, and social norms is like, you women shouldn't do this. You guys shouldn't be messing with these things, and your family's telling you like, no, I don't want you to do it. And you're not gonna allow those people in society to take what you love away from you. You're doing what you want, and you're gonna be happy with the decision you make. Now, for example, a man, let's say you wanna work in a nail salon, or like, I know that's not really like a bad thing, but just take what I'm saying. You want to work in a nail salon, or no, you want to work for the company Barbie, and everyone's just like, as a man, why are you doing that? But you genuinely want to work for Barbie. You're not gonna allow anybody and their opinions, this gossip, you're not gonna allow this gossip to hurt you and tear you down. Yes, of course it might hurt, but guess what? You're getting up with this 10 of Swords and a 10 of Wands. You're getting up and you're like, no, I'm doing what I want because this is my life, not your life. This is my life. And if you guys truly have a problem with me working there, then you won't mind cutting me off, because I'm still going to do this anyways. And you're going to make that bold statement and stand on it. Even if you don't want it to happen, you're standing on it, because another thing, you will know your moral code, and you will stand in this. So in your Purest form, you're standing on your morals. You're figuring out what you stand for. You're figuring out what morals do you have. and you're standing on these things. You're not allowing anybody to knock you off your feet. If anyone's going to get knocked off their feet, it's you, and it's going to be because of your own doing, not because of anybody else. This High Priestess, very intellectual. I feel like a lot of you guys will be able to hear things that is not currently in your room, but it's going on in the next room. You'll be able to hear it intuitively. You'll be able to pick up on that energy. And you know, like, see with the Ten of Swords, I'm hearing like you will be able to avoid it or even transform it into the Ten of Wands because you were already anticipating it. Not because you're anticipating failure for yourself. No, it's not going to be that anymore. It's the light attribute to this ability. You're doing this because you're intuitive, not because you're overthinking. Because I feel like a lot of you guys already know how to do this, but it's because of the wrong reasoning behind it. You know what's going to happen because you're anticipating that something always has to go wrong in your life. So when it does, it's like, yeah, you see, that's what I was talking about. You're reaffirming that things have to go wrong in your life. That's why it keeps happening. But now you're able to see a tower moment, not because of anticipating bad things happening in your life, but because you can feel the energy around you and you'll be able to know. So I feel like you guys are turning your pain into something healthy. So you and your Purest form is healing and becoming healed. You're working for this. Because I feel like a lot of you guys are very talented, but it's for the wrong reasons. You're strong because of trauma. You're strong because of pain. And of course, it's good to become strong off of these things. But wouldn't it also be good to become strong off of willingly becoming strong or willingly working out? You get what I'm saying? So it's the same thing, but just the opposite side of the coin. Now let's get some more cards. Spirit, who is group 2 in their Purest form? Spirit, who is group 2 in their Purest form? That world just showed up. Ending and closing a lot of cycles in your life. But then we do have 2 10s. Spirit. Oh, no. The Wheel of Fortune just showed. You see, I was able to save my cards from falling because I would have been so mad to get them. Because I hate getting up from my chair just to get the cards. And they literally fly all the way across the room. Like, why are you doing that? But Spirit, who is group 2 in their Purest form? You're doing what you love and being unapologetic about it. Like, you don't care if anybody has to gossip or has anything bad to say about you. But like I said, you guys are still human. So let me just tell you, I'm not really seeing that you're going to be in this mindset of everybody, I don't care about nobody's opinions, because at the end of the day, that energy can actually harm you because it gives a very egotistical and closed-minded type of energy. You're more so saying, yes, I care about other people's opinion, but not up to the point where it overrides my own opinion, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm explaining it that right, but hopefully you guys are understanding what I'm saying. But I'm Spirit, who's group 2 in their Purest form? Spirit, who's group 2 in their Purest form? Spirit, who's group 2 in their Purest form? Spirit, who is group 2 in their Purest form? Spirit, what is this? The King of Swords? Yeah, I feel like you guys are going to probably be workaholics. Like, literally, striving to be great, striving to increase your intelligence. This Midas Midas, I'm going to read it really quick. Light attributes, entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything to gold. Delight in sharing life's riches. Shadow attributes, hoarding money and emotions. Obsessive fear of losing your wealth. Yeah, you guys are definitely striving for greatness. You guys are definitely striving to upper your game in your entrepreneurship level. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, you guys are definitely going to be in your King of Swords energy. You're more so radiating masculine energy than feminine energy. Let's get more cards. Spirit, who is group 2 in their Purest form? Oh, I hate when my cards fall. I was able to save it the first time, but not the last time. What is this? The Lovers. Yes, you guys are probably finding your soul tribe. Yeah, so with this Lovers card here, I feel like when you're in your Purest form, you're going to definitely love yourself, and I do feel like you're probably going to have a soulmate connection in your life. And you guys will probably, just be based off of your neighboring cards, you guys will probably meet in y'all respective businesses. And if that is not the case, whatever the case may be, with this Lovers card being here, I feel like you will have true love in your life. And I feel like this is because you are becoming and embodying your most authentic self. So you're attracting someone that likes you for you. Therefore, it's a connection that can last a lifetime. So definitely with this Lovers, if you guys are wondering, will you ever find the perfect one or the one in this lifetime? You will. I feel like you and your peers form, especially with this coming out on this side with the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. Maybe you guys probably had a lot of bad connections with people, specifically romantically. If just take whatever resonates. But if it's specifically romantically, I feel like you guys are going to be looking at it from a different perspective. You guys probably had a lot of problems with that, but it's no longer, oh, I'm never going to find anybody because people just, I can't with people. It's not going to be that anymore. It's just, I haven't found the right one, so that means it's not my time yet, and it's just that simple. You guys are going to be more accepting of the reality of things, like the reality of things, not your influence reality based off of your intrusive thoughts and overthinking, not that, but the reality of things in general. A lot of you guys will also be surrendering to divine, and it's crazy because the King of Swords is not a surrendering to the divine type of person. It's do as I say and keep it that way. I'm the leader. That's that type of energy with this King of Swords. But I feel like all of this will be balanced. It's not an overpowering masculine energy, and it's not an overpowering feminine energy. I feel like you guys are balancing that, but you might radiate more masculinity, but that doesn't mean it's imbalanced though. I already pretty much elaborate on these two cards, but we're getting to Virgo, the Alchemist, in conjunction I was about to say Empress, but empowerment. You guys are going to be empowering yourself. You guys are definitely going to probably tap into several different topics. It could be witchcraft, spirituality, anything. I feel like you guys are definitely going to become more in tune with your more spiritual side, because even though you're being very practical here, like I said, there is still that balance between feminine and masculine energy. So you guys will be open to the idea of manifestation, spirituality. I feel like you guys are going to be doing that. Some of you guys could be a nurse, a witch doctor, or a spiritual practitioner, anything like that. Either way, I feel like you guys are going to be empowered by your down-to-earth energy, because even, like I said, even though you're radiating as the King of Swords, you are still down to earth, which makes you the best king possible, regardless of gender. It makes you the best leader, and I feel like you're just going to be empowering yourself. Like, you're going to feel empowered. You're radiating your most natural self. This is a really good energy. A really, really good energy. And it's crazy because group 1 was like that as well, with that emotional stability and being accepting of your emotions. Is the same thing, but it's like on a different spectrum. Because it's crazy because their pile is literally like yours, but just the opposite side of the coin. They're more so radiating feminine energy, but it's the same thing, and yours radiating more masculine energy, but it's still the same thing. That's actually really crazy. And it's crazy because your bottom deck energy was the 6 of Swords. That was their bottom deck energy. The Edge, it wasn't their bottom deck energy, but it was a card like over here, I think. So it's crazy how you guys both have pretty much the same card. So I don't know, maybe y'all soulmate is in group 1. Maybe y'all soulmate is group 1. Bottom deck energy, liberator, light attributes, freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns, shadow attributes, imposing your own tyranny, I think, over those you claim to liberate, ignoring legitimate constraints. Yeah, you guys, I just moved the tripod. I always do that. Yeah, I think I said this in this reading. Yeah, you're not caring about what other people have to say about what you're doing with your life. It's your life. You're not caring about that anymore. And look, it says freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs. Releasing negative thought patterns. You're not taking those into account anymore, or just at least dwelling on those negative things that come with life. You're not dwelling on it anymore. Obviously, you take it into account, so I excuse that last thing I said. You will be taking it into account, but not dwelling in it so much that it negatively affects your decisions and impacts your life. But yeah, group 2, that was your reading. I hope it helped you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello group 3, welcome to your reading. This is a reading regarding who are you and your peers form. Before we get into this, I would like to say this is a general reading, so not everything will resonate for you. If nothing resonates at all, I'll pick a different pile, and if you have trouble picking piles, I recommend the random number generator. That's something I always use and always helps me. With that being said, let's get into your reading. One more thing before we get into this topic is definitely inspired by Danae Dreams. This is her YouTube channel right here. This is the video, who are you and your peers form. So go subscribe to her. Just wanted to give her credit for her lovely topic. And yeah, okay, so we have the 2 of Swords, the 8 of Pentacles, the 5 of Swords, and the King of Swords. As for your oracle cards, we have Alchemist, Gambler, Conjunction, Empowerment, Square, Challenge. It's crazy because we have 3 swords and then 1 pentacle here. That's crazy. Who are you in your peers form? I'm gonna start off with the Two of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. You guys, oh, this makes sense with the gambler. Yeah, okay. Some of you guys feel connected to a lot of things. A lot of things make you happy. A lot of career paths make you happy. You resonate with a lot of things. So for example, you could want to be an author, you could want to be a nurse, and you could even want to be an athlete all at the same time. So that puts you in an energy of indecisiveness because society has programmed you to think that you have to have one career. You can only have one career. You can only specialize in one career. You can only do one thing. You can't do everything. So maybe people call you this gambler, people call you irresponsible, people call you unrealistic, too wistful. And this is not you being any of those things. It's just you resonate with a lot of things on this earth and you can excel in a lot of things. And most of these people can't do the stuff that you do. Most of these people don't even take interest in things that I feel that all humans should take interest in, which is evolving as a person. Most people don't want to do that. They want to be on social media 24/7. So I feel like this is literally beyond the topic of this reading, but I do want to put this warning out. If there are people telling you that you have to do one thing, you should only do one thing, you can't do all of these things, more than likely they are projecting onto you, and it's stemming from a sense of unworthiness and jealousy. And I don't want to place that on everybody because I hate that, because it literally just makes this the person I'm reading, it can make them very egotistical, and that's not the point of this reading. It's not. But I feel like you and your peers form is someone that is expressive, someone that is okay with liking certain things, is okay with being themselves, it's okay with experimenting with different things and not feeling ashamed, working on different projects. I feel like you guys might have the tendency of starting different projects all at once. And it's like you end up being this gambler type of energy. You end up being this Two of Swords type of energy because you didn't really go about it in the right way. Or I'm not going to say that. But just in the way that could benefit you the most. Yeah, I want to say that instead of being that's right, that's wrong. Because I don't want to be the person to say that. But you just didn't go about it in the way that could benefit you the most. So maybe you might want to start a career path and you focused on that, get to a specific point, and then maybe open a new tab. Don't just open random tabs and not start any of them, or start all of them by 1%. Then it's like you're doing too much. You're overflowing yourself. There's too many things going on. Like there's too many things being processed. So yeah, I feel like you and your peers form is someone that's embracing what they like and not feeling ashamed about it. I feel like some of you guys could be confused about what you like. This could regard to maybe a specific gender. It could be regarding a career path. It could be regarding who you are as a person. So that's another thing that I'm getting. You guys are going to know who you are as a person and not, I'm so sorry if you hear the noise in the background, but you're going to be knowing who you are as a person. You're not going to be so indecisive about it. But I do feel like with the Two of Swords, you are naturally an indecisive person, but not to a fault. Because this is another thing that people do. They have these labels and attach negative connotations to it. And it's like, that's not what it is. You're just focusing on the negative of it. A gambler, see the light attribute, it says willingness to follow intuition even when others doubt you. Shadow attribute, relying on luck rather than hard work. There's two sides of a gambler, a positive and a negative, but people label gambling as something bad and only bad, rather than the light attribute right there, which is you willing to follow your intuition even when others doubt you, believing in yourself enough. So this is, I feel like I feel like you guys view yourself to be the shadow attribute, that you rely too much on luck, that you rely too much on spirituality, maybe that you rely too much on tarot and you're not using your mind. That cannot be farther from the truth. That might be the truth, but guess what? That doesn't make you a bad person. That doesn't make you less than. It doesn't make you stupid or anything. It doesn't make you any of those things. That just makes you someone that might not be on the right path at the moment. That happens to everybody. You guys could have a really harsh inner critic. Like you criticize yourself a bit too much. And I don't know if I said this for this reading. I think it was probably good too, but you guys probably have the tendency of projecting. I'm not saying onto people, but basically you would think everything's going on in your life everything is going wrong in your life. Everything is falling. People are turning on you, all of that. And this is only because of the inner turmoil that's going on within yourself. And then when you get in a good mood and you're not feeling so sad anymore, you'll realize that nothing was actually wrong. So you guys might project and like see like rose-colored glasses. And it's crazy because these two people have blindfolds on. That's crazy. So I feel like a lot of you guys, you in your purest form is someone that is very expansive, someone that's very intuitive, someone that is in tune with spirituality, but people probably tend to tell you that, oh my God, you're being so woo, oh my God, you're being so magic-y, like come back down to earth. And obviously there are some instances where people do need to do that, but it's like, come on, like just because you're not in spirituality doesn't mean that this person that is doing anything wrong, you know? Five of Swords and the King of Swords. I feel like I already explained this Five of Swords, to be very honest. I'm gonna clarify that actually. Spirit, can you please clarify the Five of Swords regarding who is group 3 in their purest form? Okay, what is this? The Four of Cups. Yeah, some of you guys could actually be someone that is disconnected from a lot of things. And that's what I was saying. I think I said this in your group, but it's like you're not into the average thing. And that's what I was saying. You know, the gambling situation, the spirituality situation, or people telling you that you're doing something wrong. You only have one thing. You do not connect to the social norms of society. You do not connect to the guidelines of society, which is probably why you feel yourself feeling left out a lot. You probably feel yourself being, or you feel like you're alone, is because you just turn around and everywhere you go, there's people that don't resonate with you, and which is probably could have caused you to feel cold, feel very numb. Four of Cups represents apathy. So yeah, you could be feeling very cold, and I feel like you internalize that energy and you turn into the King of Swords. Now, the King of Swords is not a bad king. It's just someone that does not choose to use their heart. And in this instance, with the neighboring cards being the Five of Swords, I feel like this is a negative trait. You guys numb yourself to people. You don't allow people in because maybe you're afraid of rejection. Maybe you feel like you don't really connect with them, or maybe anything. So, but who are you in your purest form? I feel like you're naturally the King of Swords, but at the moment, if you might be dwelling in the shadow side of it. But who are you in your purest form? You're someone that is very strong. You're someone that is very intelligent. You're someone that is very, I'm hearing down to earth, but the King of Swords is not like that, which is so crazy. So I feel like I'm reading this based off of intuition and energy rather than the cards, because the King of Swords is not someone that is into woo magic. They're on earth. They're about practicality, being practical about everything, being logical about everything. So I feel like you and your I'm hearing like you guys probably force yourself to be the King of Swords because you don't want to. Oh my God, I feel like some of you guys don't talk to people about certain things because you know they won't believe in it. So you internalize that energy and turn yourself into the King of Swords, when in reality you're probably the King of Cups. You're probably a spiritual witchy person, but you know that no one is going to resonate with that and everyone's going to shun you away for it. So instead of being who you truly are, you're being the King of Swords. That's logical, practical, doesn't believe in spirituality, all of that. Now, I don't know if that's the case. Hopefully I'm not projecting onto this reading, because everyone projects at least once in their life. Not even at least once, like thousands of times, because it's pretty much hard not to do that. Hopefully I'm not projecting, because we do have this Knight of Cups at the bottom. But who are you in your truest form? One thing I was hearing is that you guys could, this is not going to resonate for everybody, and I hopefully, like, if it does resonate for you, you just accept the truth and work on it instead of getting mad. But honestly, some of you guys with this Five of Swords, the Five of Swords is you being willing to backstab someone just to win, being willing to play unfairly just to win. And with this Four of Cups, that tells me that you probably disconnected yourself so much from humans and humanity that you don't mind backstabbing someone. Like, it doesn't even appear wrong to you. So it's not that you're a bad person, it just doesn't even seem wrong because you're just so disconnected from humans that you probably don't even consider their feelings. Now, if that is not the case, then another thing that I heard is that you'll do this for your family. You'll take from others to support your friends and family members. But is that you really being a bad person, or is that you wanting to help your family members and friends? You know, I seen this quote. It was like, one that promises too much is willing to do immoral things to fulfill those promises. So it's like that. You carry so much on your back. You make all of these promises to people, not because you want to make them and because they sound good, but because you actually want these people to be happy. And then you find out it's actually hard to fulfill them. So you'll turn to immoral things to help you fulfill these promises. I'm gonna get a few more cards. Spirit, here's group 3 in their Purest form. Oh my god. Is that 5 of Pentacles? No, that's 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, you guys care about family a lot. You guys care about lifetimes of wealth, generational knowledge, generational. I feel like some of you guys could also be, yeah, I am getting that you guys could be practical. You're not all into spirituality. I feel like there's a balance between those two. So some of you guys might be very, what is the word? Very conscious of the idea that it's important to find the right person so your children can be set up for life. You're not just going to date anybody. I feel like a lot of you guys project yourself into the future. Some of you guys live in the future a bit too much, but you project yourself into the future because of the bigger picture that's going on. Spirit. Here's group 3 in their Purest form. I'm hearing raw and uncut. Maybe into a fault. Spirit. I'm hearing bruised ego. Spirit, who's group 3 in their Purest form? 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 What is this? The love. Wow, that came out for group 2. Maybe. Oh, I'm hearing like a sweetheart at heart, but when someone looks at you, you're the King of Swords. Like, no one, the King of Swords doesn't want anybody. And if anything, it's just for logical reasons. Oh, it just makes sense for us to be together rather than I love you and I want to be with you, you know. But with this Lovers, you in your Purest form, I feel like you're gonna find your divine counterpart. It's just like I'm hearing, just open yourself up to it. You guys are, I feel like, very emotionally closed off, even if you don't see it. 4 swords and a 5 of swords, and then the King of Swords coming out next to that, very emotionally closed off. But you in your Purest form, your love. You in your Purest form, your love, and you probably closed yourself off because you are radiating this energy, and maybe people took advantage of that. Yeah, with this 5 of Cups and the 4 of Pentacles, right? And then the Devil under this. Some of you guys probably took a major L and loss because you wore your heart on your sleeve. You were the King of Cups at one point, or the Queen of Cups. You wore your heart on your sleeve. Someone took advantage of that. But that doesn't mean to close yourself off. That just means to understand that not everyone is deserving of your kind nature, and that is okay. You know, just because people choose not to, for example, people choose not to love the Most High, their creator, that doesn't mean God is going to be like, okay, I don't want to be the creator anymore because they don't love me for my respective role. You see, like, just because we're, maybe people are not appreciative of God, that doesn't mean he's not going to love us anymore. If that, I feel like that was probably a horrible example. But, you know, just because of a heartbreak, I understand. Let me put this out there. I do understand. But it's a defense mechanism. Against what, though? Why live in survival mode when you can just live? And then the King of Cups. I was mentioning that. The King of Cups. Yeah, I'm going to take that out, actually. Who are you in your Purest form? You're the King of Cups. Very emotionally available. Very emotionally intelligent. 6 of Cups. You were like this before. You were like this before. Maybe people told you it was naive to indulge in your feelings. You were like that before, but you just feel like you got molded into that by family members or just your experiences with other people. But towards your oracle cards. I mean, I pretty much summarized Gambler, but let's go into Alchemist. Light attribute, transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. Shadow attribute, misuse of the power and knowledge that come through spiritual practices or practice. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you guys are definitely very intellectual. You guys are able to turn a negative situation into a positive. You guys are able to extract information from something you would never think that information was in. So like, for example, a rock. You would never think that there's water in rock. You'll find a way to extract water out of rock. That's what I'm getting. Like, you could have any situation occur and you'll find a way to learn something out of that. You'll find a way to gain information and insight out of that. 10 of Cups. Yeah, you're meant to be happy. Towards the other oracle cards, conjunction, empowerment, square, challenge. Yeah, you guys, you and your peers form. You're someone, you guys probably like to prove your intelligence. You guys like to maybe prove your superiority. I feel like I said that wrong. Superiority? No, I don't know. You just like to maybe prove that a lot, and that's fine, but just make sure you're not doing that because you feel the need to do it because you feel less than. Because I'm telling you, a lot of these things that we do stem from how we view ourselves internally. So for example, you feel less than, so you know what you do? You end up people pleasing because you feel like your most authentic self as a whole isn't enough to keep someone to stay. So you know what you do? You start people pleasing, you start overextending yourself, you start breaking your back for other people to get them to stay because you think that you're not enough. You just being you think it's not enough. So you see how you behaving a certain way comes from an internalized wound. That's what I'm saying. Bottom deck energies, the Pisces, the mystic. Yeah, very spiritual, very open-minded, very intuitive. Bottom deck energy, pioneer, light attribute, passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. Shadow attribute, compulsive need to keep moving on. You guys are definitely very smart, very creative. It's just, you guys got to step into that energy because I feel like, to be very honest, I don't think you're in it. And even if you are, you're doing this based off of logic. You're doing this based off of, because I need to prove myself. No, you don't need to prove yourself to anybody except for yourself. Keep proving it to yourself that you're amazing. But yeah, group 3, that was your reading. I hope it helped you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.